Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Safia Shin Anwar from group number 8, and in this video, me and my partner HAZIQ will present our case analysis on the Emirates group. As you can see here, our group consists of 10 members and we are all from semester 3, so we are the youngest bunch in the strategic management class. Each of our members has played a vital role in ensuring that our written and video assignment is complete. Our group has been assigned to run a case analysis on the Emirates group. So first of all, I will give you an introduction on this company. The Emirates Group is a state-owned Dubai-based international aviation holding company headquartered in Garhoud, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, near Dubai International Airport. They have a number of subsidiaries, including Junata, Emirates Sky Cargo, and Emirates Aviation University. But of course, their most popular subsidiary would definitely be Emirates Airlines. Emirates is the largest airline and one of two flag carriers of the United Arab Emirates. It was launched in 1984 by the government of Dubai. Initial operations started with just 2 aircrafts and 3 destinations in 1985. But now, it has over 50,000 employees. It is headquartered in Garhoud, Dubai, UAE, and flies to 150 destinations across 6 continents, operating a fleet of over 250 wide-bodied aircrafts. Their vision is to maintain an international reputation as one of the world's premier aviation and security service companies and to set an industry standard. Their mission is to become the world's biggest airlines in terms of the quality, service, technology, and convenience to passengers on the ground and in the air. They wish to deliver the highest quality in all aspects of business, caring for workers, customers, the environment, and the communities, and providing significant profitable growth to stockholders, as well as to ensure the safety of all customers, employees, and assets by conducting regular reviews, training, and education. The Emirates Group goes by a set of 7 core values, those being accountability, diversity, quality, cooperation, passion, honesty, and leadership. So what strategic management principles are being practiced by the Emirates Group? First of all, they focus on what is the most important. Secondly, they have leverage on their strengths. Next, it is vital for them to keep communication active amongst their members. Lastly, they must remain flexible in the face of any changes that they may encounter in the global industry. How has this organization changed its strategy to achieve success? Their first move was to create long-haul transfer hub in Dubai. The reason for this is because Dubai is in the center between major commercial hubs around the world. About 60% of the world takes under 7 hours to and from Dubai. Other than that, they also invest in outside help, such as their cornerstone partnership with Qantas Airways, the flag carrier of Australia. This means that customers and frequent flyers of both airlines will have access to an expansive joint network and millions of reward seats to travel across Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and the UK. Lastly, they must constantly raise the energy level to ensure that their employees and members of all levels, including consumers and shareholders, remain confident in their ability to become one of the world's best airlines. In regards to a sample firm's strategic position, the Competitive Profile Matrix, or CPM, identifies a firm's primary competitors, as well as their specific strengths and weaknesses. Our group has examined the CPM for Emirates, British Airways, Qatar Airways, and Etihad Airways. So as you can see here, Emirates has the highest score of 3.54 among all the other airlines we've compared it to. This indicates that Emirates is a competitive corporation with the best factors to move forward. That will be all from me. Passing on to my partner HAZIQ. Take it away.
Thank you, Sophia, for your great explanation. My part, I will cover about SWOT analysis, IFE matrix, EFE matrix, and the last part of the presentation, which is conclusion. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is HAZIQ. and we are going to discuss the first discussion, which is the SWOT analysis. Basically, SWOT analysis contain 4 elements, which is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat of a company. It's a framework used to evaluate a company competitive position and to develop a strategic planning. And SWOT analysis also assess the internal and external factor as well as the current and the future potential. So we are going to see the first element of the SWOT analysis, which is strength. So strength are within the organization control, and this category includes everything that business does right when trying to achieve its business or goals, and anything that give business advantages will fall into this category. While weaknesses are also within the organization control, but this category keep everything business from staying away from track to achieving its goal or activity, and this thing need to be fixed and changed. And we are going to see another 2 elements, which is opportunities and threat. So opportunities and threat are part of the external environment. It includes the factor that impact objective or project from outside company. This can include economics, technology, regulation and legislation, social cultural changes, or even shift in competition. So opportunities are factors outside the organization that the business can take advantage to reach a business goal and move forward the business. And threats include anything in the external environment that might cause issues for a subject or that pose a future threat to organization success. So we are going to see some example of a SWOT analysis, which is the first one, strength. So the first one is the largest airline in the Middle East and has fleet over 300 aircraft, over 130 destinations, Asian countries and 60 destinations. And Emirates also offer a luxurious experience for first class passenger, including a spacious private suites, providing a spa with shower and special service. And they also provide a business service in business class or even economy class. And last but not least, the Dubai airport has been one of the main factors for Emirates. In 2020, Emirates was the largest airline, carrying over 15.8 million passengers. And now we are going to see the weaknesses of Emirates Airline. So the first one is no women are among the top management teams, and Emirates has to invest $1 billion in order to maintain its position in the market. Number 3, not a member of any strategic airline that pulls a multiple aircraft companies together. And last but not least, Delta Airline, which is Emirates contender, is the best in the world because it has a large consumer market in America. So the second part is opportunities and threats. Let's see what are the example of opportunities and threats for Emirates Airline. So the first opportunities for Emirates Airline, the government of Dubai treats Emirates as a wholly independent business entity on its own and attributes its firm to the success, and it's also backed financially by the Dubai government and the royal families of Emirates. And British Airways, Delta, US Airways and other carriers serving Europe and US do not offer the near level service of Emirates. And last but not least, the US had banned flights from flying over in few Iranian airspace, especially for political factors, and Emirates was subjected to fine $400,000 and again disband and operated flights in these areas. So the last element of SWOT analysis is threats, and we are going to see another example of threats that has been faced by Emirates Airline. So the number one is Singapore Airline is considered the closest competitor based on the overall business model of top service at premium price and market serve. And second one, women are traditionally allowed at the same access upper level in jobs in the Middle East as men. And last but not least, Delta Airways, British Airways and other airlines are well interested in serving the USA. So the next part is we are going to separate the internal and external factor and put into the IFE and EFE metric to give a score. Emirates IFE matrix is a management tool for evaluating, auditing, analyzing company main strength and weakness. It is crucial for a big company such as Emirates to develop a strategy based on its internal strength in order to build and create a successful company. RABI'ATUL also provide a basis identifying and evaluating relationship among those areas. So we are going to give a score based on the strengths and weaknesses based on the top priority. For the highest rating is 0.36, which is Emirates offer a luxury experience for the first class passenger, including special private suites, provide spa with shower in other special service. The second one is the Grand Dubai Airport has been one of the major factor for Emirates. In 2020, Emirates was the largest airline, carrying over 15.8 million passengers. And the last but not least, Emirates has over 300 aircraft and worth about 84 billion, and the weighted score is 0.32. And we are going to see what score that need to be given for weaknesses. For number one, no women are among the company top management team get the highest weighted score, which is 0.24. And the second one is Delta Airline, which is an Emirates contender, is the best airline in the world because it has a large consumer market in America, which is 0.2 score. And the last but not least, that Emirates has to invest $1 billion in order to maintain its position in the market, resulting in 0.18 in weighted score. So we are going to see what score for the opportunities for EFE metrics for Emirates Airline. The first one is the government of Dubai treat Emirates as a wholly independent entity business and its own and attribute to the firms. The weighted score is 0.32. The second one is the US had banned flight from flying over in a few Iranian space, and Emirates was subjected to fine of $400,000, and it went against this ban and operated flight in these areas, and the score is 0.32. And last but not least, Emirates Airline has financially backed by the Dubai government and the royal families, resulted in 0.24 in the weighted score. And last but not least, for the last element in EFE metric, which is threats. So we are going to see the highest score for the threats. The highest score is 0.24, which is Singapore Airlines is considered the closest competitor based on overall business model, top of service at the premium price market served. The second one is irony for Emirates. The Fly Dubai discount airline may be the post largest threat to the firm as demand for low price flight is growing rapidly globally. The weighted score is 0.12. And last but not least is the volatile price of oil, and the score is 0.9. And what are the conclusion can be made from the score of IFE and EFE metrics? In conclusion, the total weighted score for IFE metrics of Emirates is 3.6, which is quite high and good for the company. And the crucial success factor of Emirates is when they offer a luxurious experience for first class passenger, which is not other airline provide the same service as Emirates. While for EFE metric of Emirates, the total score is 3.6, which is not bad, and Emirates is doing an excellent job of addressing external issue. And based on the EFE factor score, Emirates can take advantage of the opportunities available to make them one of the best airlines in the world and able to compete with Delta Airline or even Singapore Airlines. However, they need to formulate a plan that can overcome the threats they face. So the last part of presentation is the conclusion. So what made Emirates Group best class organization? The answer is the best class organization are building the business of tomorrow and today, and they are always looking forward to the future. They are continually looking for a new way of streamline or for efficiency, modernize technology and service, improve interoperability and grow customer. And Emirates has been pioneering a new technology since it launched in 1985. The appropriate use of innovation has contributed to the company's success by enhancing its productivity and cost efficiency. Moreover, new technologies such as home check-in also help to improve the customer experience with the airline before, during and after the flight. And as the fourth industrial revolution will transform business operation in all sectors including aviation. So Emirates Airlines has to develop an adequate innovation management strategy for the future. And until 2020 and 21, Emirates and Dinata have a track record of growth profitability based on a solid business model, steady investment, capability infrastructure, strong drive for innovation, and deep talent pool by led a stable leadership team. And I do believe that one day that Emirates will become one of the most successful airline and beat Delta Airways and Singapore Airways. And that's all from us. Thank you.